Welcome to Jackdaw Adventures. Today I'm going to take you through my cooking kit, the one I took on the West Highland Way and the one I take on thru-hikes as well. So not the one I take card camping, anything like that. So the emphasis here is on being compact and being light. So let's have a look. First things first is, of course, the stove. And there's always kind of, should I get jet bowls, should I not? I found them to be not that compact and not that light either. So with, boiling and stuff, if you wait 2.5 minutes, do you wait 3.5 minutes for your water to boil? Doesn't really matter really at the end of the day. You should really, when you're through hiking, I guess, set up camp. And if you've got to wait 2 minutes or 4 minutes for your cup of tea, kind of doesn't matter really. So I went for the MSR Pocket Rocket 2, which seemed to be the lightest and smallest, and MSR always good quality. Whoops. So it comes with this nice little plastic pot. Don't use it myself, but always nice to get a little pot. And it's really compact, as you can see. It's pretty small, and you just 1, 2, 3, easy to set up like that with the flame, moderator there. So really good, and super light as well. So of course, if you're going to go MSR for your cooking stove, you're going to go MSR for your gas. So I think this is 150 size. It's isobutane propane mix, whatever that means. And I bought it from, because it's hard to get post and stuff, things like that. So I bought it from Snow and Rock. So pop the tab off here, bomp, and just screw it on. And I found the Pocket Rocket boils around 750 mils of water, maybe 700. In around sort of 4 minutes, I guess, which is all right for me. Then of course you need something to stand it on. So, you can do it like that, but it's a little bit unstable. So I just bought the MSR canister stand here, and that's nice and easy. This moves back and that fits in fine. Whoops. It's got hooks here, so you can have a bigger size tank as well. Tank, cylinder, whatever. Okay, so of course, what do you light it with? I'm not a smoker, so I just use the piezo igniter there from MSR. A bit of an MSR fanboy, if you hadn't guessed already. I don't carry matches or a lighter, anything like that, so this is perfect for me. Pop that down there, and so just over there, a couple of them, and it lights all the time. So, brilliant. That's my fanboy MSR setup. I did purchase the Toakes titanium windscreen here, which comes in a nifty little pouch. All Toakes stuff I find is really quite well made as well. And so I thought, great, when it's windy, it's never still, is it? Let's be honest, you can probably hear the wind now. And problem being that really, I think I had to trim it down to get it in my pot, but it kind of doesn't really, there's a big gap here. It's a real pain to use. I still keep it in my collection. I kind of can set it up like that, which provides a bit of protection from the wind, but again, it's a bit of a botch job, to be honest. I have propped it up with rocks before like this, and I have put it in a kind of dip in the ground, and then put this around it like that. But it's a bit of a faff. Because it's so light, it does take up hardly any space. I still use it and I still bring it along, but really, I've done a lot of my cooking just like this. Someone recommended Cedar Summit titanium long-handled spork, and the long handle is where it's at. I don't know what this is, 7 inches maybe, but it's perfect for getting right down into that bag to get your goodies at the bottom of the bag. Normally all smudged up and a little bit powdery, but whatever. Beef stroganoff, love it. So I found this really handy. I did buy the Waldo plastic spork, which is okay, but again, I found it a little bit short for what I wanted. So long handle is where it's at. I also opted for the Waldo folder cup. This is the original, smaller size, I think. And you kind of pop it out like this. Voila. I found it pretty redundant, to be honest. I mean, like, it's not that much of a space save, to be honest. And I found it didn't hold that much kind of liquid for me to drink. So the Waldo, sorry guys from Waldo, but that's it. Then you've got your stove, you've got your canister stand, you've got your gas, you've got your long-handled spork, love it. And you've got your lighter, so now you need something to put them in. So I opted for, initially, the Toakes titanium pot with lid, they're called, and they're really good. Really quite kind of well made bag, actually, kind of padded, which is great. You've got your lid with the holes in, but also nifty, and this is where you know really good companies. You've got that nifty little lid handle that then slots in, it just can't fall down, which is pretty good. I mean, that's the kind of design that you kind of like, and it's really good attention to detail, really good. So this is the 550ml lid with pots, nice little handles that fold out, and it's got really cool little indented measuring as well, 300 mils, 500 mils on the inside, so you can actually see when the water level's going up. It's like, again, this attention to detail, so good, and it's super light. But the 550 is way short, and it makes a cracking cup of tea. You could get a cup of soup and all that, but unfortunately, to have it as a container for all your stuff, it's no good. It's too short, I think. Although I do still use it for a good cup of tea when I'm doing like car camping and stuff like that. It isn't in my thru-hike kit, unfortunately. But what is the bigger brother. So this is the 750ml version, a little bit more expensive, but it's bigger. And what I found is that it's great because you can sort of fill it up to full, let it boil for about 4 minutes, something like that, and then you've got your beef stroganoff, and you can put half in there and then pop a tea bag in and have the other half. It's really good, super good. So this is how I carry my kit. So of course, first things first, goes in is the gas canister. Safety first, boys and girls. I don't use this all the time, as I said, but it weighs next to nothing and it fits in there just perfectly around the gas canister. Next, I think you have to have a PhD to actually try and fold this. It's a little bit weird, but you do get used to it, and then you can do it quite quick. So pop that in, then the igniter. That goes down. Sometimes also I put a rag in here just if I want to clean out the pot as I'm going, and then the lid. Doesn't fit flush, but it's okay, it's good. And you just push it down, it does. And then of course into the little sack, and voila, that's all good. I can also put in the canister. It doesn't fit, but it can just go into the side there, and it doesn't really poke out that much. And of course, don't forget the hero of the hour, the titanium long-handled spork. So that's it. So that's what I take basically for a meal on my thru-hikes. I find it really good. Cups of tea and big meals, things like that. It's really good and super light. Bon appetit.